Mark, he says, my greatest objection is to explain that hypnosis is not demonic. So apparently people are saying hypnosis is demonic. I want to be positive without being pushy. Any suggestions? Well, Mark, this could be a byproduct of geography, and geography often determines culture. So if you are in a geographic area, such as, for example, the southeastern United States, not including South Florida, because South Florida tends to be a lot of snowbirds, as they're called, people who come down from the northeast of the United States, and a lot of international people. So from Tampa down tends to be not really a southern state, but from that area upward, and the southeastern United States, for the most part, tends to be what we call the Bible Belt. So you would encounter a lot of people there who would have these potentially preconceived notions about that. I myself was a preacher for the Church of Christ from 1990 to 1995 in north central Florida. So I was kind of front and center in the Bible Belt. And when I was, it was difficult for me to talk about ideas such as hypnosis. In fact, I stepped away from it for a while because being a preacher and being a hypnotherapist in north central Florida didn't really work out well. You choose one or the other. So for a while I focused exclusively on being a preacher, and I found that the work that I was able to do with people was somewhat hypnotic, we could say, but it was also very, very helpful, very therapeutic in a way that made sense to the people in that area. We're talking about change. We're talking about living your best life. We're talking about, doing good things. We're talking about giving back. We're talking about developing yourself. So when you talk to people in that sort of a mindset, you phrase things in a certain way. And this gets into what I was talking about in the last video or 2 videos ago about the idea of working within someone's mindset. So, Mark, what it might, I don't know where you live or what exactly you're coming up against, but you may want to if you want to do hypnosis and you're in an area that kind of rejects it or thinks it's the devil's work or it's demonic or something like that, I would suggest increasing your online presence and reaching out doing Skype sessions, because when you do Skype sessions, you can do them worldwide. You're not limited to the geography of your area and the culture that has developed around that geographic area. You become global, so you can reach out. So that would be my suggestion. What I would not suggest, Mark, is what you apparently already know. Don't try to force someone to change their mindset, because that's counterproductive, and therapeutically it has no value whatsoever. You can easily work within someone's beliefs to get them to change what they want to change. Someone has a belief in anything, and you can say they want to stop smoking. Well, I'm not aware of any religion, there may be some, I'm just not aware of any religion that encourages smoking. Now watch, there's probably some religion that encourages smoking, but I'm not aware of any. So that means that in most religions, it's frowned upon, probably, if they have a stance on it at all. Your body is a temple, you're defiling your body, so that kind of thing. So there are ways to work within the existing framework of their current belief system that will get the job done. So you don't have to say, hey, I'm all about hypnosis. You can use hypnosis and call it something else. I'm not saying that you want to deceive them, but you don't have to call it hypnosis. You can call it reprogramming, getting them on the right track, getting into their true inner self to help that change. Now, sometimes in certain groups, like the one I was involved in, the Church of Christ, that's still not going to work. They're still not going to want that. So I had to stick strictly with biblical, scriptural teachings that would allow them to have the change that they wanted. But there's always a way to work within the belief system of the person or to reach out beyond that local group.